The content featured in the following broadcast is purely for educational information purposes. It is based on real-life experiences and POV. Do not contact anyone featured or referred to in this video.
And please do your own research.
Let me take you back to July 2023, and if you're here, you're probably aware of a content creator named ThatSurpriseWitness. And at that time, I did not miss an upload. I was a big fan. And I was fully invested in the story of justice for Amanda Rabb, Virtual Reality Hell, and of course, Lima from Aura. So I'm just feeling the vibe, and this we're in an open air prison thing. She makes the following call out.
And I want y'all, and I'm asking y'all for your help. Not only please donate to the legal fund, but in addition to that, I am asking you to please start bringing this story to your favorite content creators' attention. This is not about me. It is about the truth. Everyone needs to make videos. Everyone needs to make posts. Everyone needs to make public records requests, because not only do we have one unexplained death that has happened in Lima's care, we also now have allegations of sex trafficking of people that Lima has purported to be in care of. And Bam Margera told me himself he was held against his will for months without access to a phone.
So yeah, that comes on. And I had also been watching this content creator's other channel, BJ Investigates.
Welcome to BJ Investigates, a show I just created. I might never do again.
She had done a few deep dives into this scenario, and I was really into the story. So now I'm getting a whole bunch of videos on this subject showing up in my recommendations, because that's how the algorithm works. So a guy called Patrick CC, he had made a few episodes.
Trust me, you're gonna need some water for this one. Unfortunately for Amanda Rabb, she didn't have a choice. Her choice was taken away from her by Lima Yevremovich.
And woven into the story was a celebrity called Bam Margera.
For the past 2 years, Bam has been in and out of rehabilitation centers that he was seemingly forced into going. At first, everyone thought he was admitted for his own good. Not anymore. New information has been unveiled that Bam has been put in a legal guardianship.
And then there's a whole bunch of reaction videos to his video.
No.
Patrick CC, this
Is he
guy,
black?
white guy.
White guy. Oh, you said white.
Because the new one that he just came out with, bruh, the deadly experiments of Lima. Her name is Jervamak. I don't know what this bitch's name is. Jervamak, that first one.
Jevremowick. Lima Jevremowick.
Lima Jevremowick.
So I have now been watching people talk about this story for months, and it's around this time another video pops up, which leads me to get more involved in this story than I could ever have imagined.
Lima from Aura is suing BJ. And it struck me as a really odd thing to do when you seem to have quite a few skeletons in the closet, if you know what I mean.
And for the first time, I came across another Brit who knew about this story, and I was intrigued to find out more about her. So I watched some more of her videos, which I really enjoyed. I felt like she was a bit different to other creators. So I sent her an email saying, I really like your content. I'm interested in this Lima story. Let's talk about it. And so she sends me a link to her Discord server. And it was called The Goddess is Rising. She's into all this uplifting, spiritual enlightenment shizzle. And I was like, yeah, I can rock with that. And I was familiar with using Discord. So Discord is a way to communicate with people online you don't know. They have to add you as a friend before you can message them. So if you don't want to be friends with them, you can block them and they can never call you again. And you can use it for FaceTiming, calling, voice notes or texts. You know the internet is a weird and wacky place. Some call it the Wild West. So with that in mind, you can always trust your instincts. And if you don't feel comfortable, it's best to walk away. So anyone joining the server had to be given the link by Steph. But come to find out that was not the case. But we'll get to that in a minute. So yes, at the same time, there were other people like myself who were contacting Steph, and we started talking to each other and sharing our thoughts and information. And so yeah, some people might argue it's a little bit geeky, but some of us like doing research, we like discussing it with each other, and I'm still in contact with some of those people now, so I have no regrets. So we're in this server and there is a lot of activity going on, and people have been making timelines and doing investigation and posting content, and for a while it was all good. And let's not forget that at this time BJ was involved in a court case, well, she still is, and she was not able to speak about that or the story, so we felt like we were giving her support and keeping the story out there so more people would know about it. That was our intention. So yeah, let me get to the point. And so now we have to move on to the subject of online trolling and the lengths people will go to for some kind of attention.
Since the dawn of the internet, message boards and chat rooms have lit up with people who incite and insult for no apparent reason. They're called trolls.
And there's been a narrative that what was about to happen was all because of Discord, and Discord's a bad idea, and there's been no pushback. And I find that odd, considering we're in the freedom of speech, fighting for human rights space.
I knew that Surprise Army was a setup, always was, I knew it.
And the reality is, organised trolling networks were already attracted to the community because they want attention. And they're the biggest supporters in the comments using a fake account, which probably has a verified blue tick, and jumped at the opportunity to further their own agendas. And I do believe that everyone in life is just trying to do their best. So when some people's behaviour made myself and others feel uncomfortable, I low-key gave them a pass. And some people were refusing to complete the verification. So I started to look into them, and I found they had a history of causing trouble in other communities.
Hey, dipshits, I'm here.
And by this time, Steph had gone AWOL with the stress of it all. So I had this information and I didn't know who to trust or who to share it with. And so I told a couple of people that I was probably the closest to. And I told them I was leaving. And in the end, we all left the server. And that could have been the end of it. But these dysfunctional people took it to social media, engaging not only with Lima, but the main BJ troll Twitter accounts, which after further research we connected to the Free Britney movement. And they tried to intimidate myself and others making posts and doxing real names, etc, etc. So yeah, these accounts were created in June 2023. They were anti-BJ, they claimed to be parody, and have been promoting themselves in the comments of Instagram and Reddit. And they seem to have intimate knowledge of what was going on with the legal proceedings. And in the same video where BJ had asked for our help, she had brought our attention to an article that had appeared in June 2023.
Well, someone alerted me to the fact that there is a documentary apparently in the works about this case. It says we're developing a series about the controversial guardian of Bam Margera, Lima Yevremovich, and the Free Bam movement, where we'll provide exclusive interviews from Bam's family, Lima herself, and Jackass co-stars such as Steve-O.
And spoiler alert, this article is still up online.
They're making a documentary about the Free Bam movement. This article was posted last month, and nobody bothered to reach out to the founder and the leader of the Free Bam movement. How'd that work?
So we wondered if there could be a connection between the development of the series in June 2023 and the appearance of these new parody troll accounts. Because we know that entertainment companies and production companies, and especially reality shows, work with troll farms as part of their marketing. So now we're in November 23, and it seems like Bam Margera has already been filmed by this production company via his Instagram post, and it looks to be the same incident that was reported on by TMZ, which, side note, is owned by Rupert Murdoch, and is also endorsing the Free Bam movement via the hashtag, also on his Instagram. So by this time, we've realised we're in a big mess. And these trolls were not giving up anytime soon. They were going into overdrive. They were doxing personal information obtained from a private server of regular people, not content creators. None of us had any experience of drama channels or any of this kind of behaviour, which led us to research the information that I'm giving in this video, because we do need to admit to and learn from our mistakes and try to right any wrongs. But then we find out these freaks have gone so far as to make false declarations in the very same court case we were there to support.
Even in this second temporary restraining order request, there's people filing declarations in here, like in support of Lima, who are saying, I doxed Lima because BJ told me to.
I get that BJ feels like she can't trust anyone, but we did do our research and we did try to share it with her.
First of all, I've never spoken to those people. Second of all, what they describe isn't doxing. And third of all, very glaringly and very importantly, Lima has someone filing a paper under penalty of perjury. Penalty of perjury, a crime. Perjury is a crime. So under penalty of being charged with perjury, there's people saying that they have broken the law by harassing and doxing Lima. And yet, she has not pursued restraining orders against those people. Can you sort that out for me?
So what I can sort out is I know those people were not genuine. And I know those people made that stuff up. But I do think they were taken advantage of by the legal system and possibly the TV production company. And people like Lima from Aura, she's another predator. Bam Margera, he's in it for himself. So yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of vested interest, but we ain't part of it. And so yeah, this isn't about throwing shade or throwing hate. We were just here minding our own business, being nosy on the internet, and using it for the purpose it was created for, albeit by the CIA, the sharing of information. And so we did what we thought was right, answering to your call to action for help. We wanted to help get justice for Amanda Rabb. We wanted to show Mark Later up for the exploitative little he is. We wanted to know about police corruption. And we wanted to show that tech companies do not have the solution to addictions. So not everyone has access to a great editor or even wants to set up a channel. This probably will be the last commentary video I do, but only by having discussions in the open where everyone can contribute will anything positive be achieved. Didn't you say it was about the truth?
It is about the truth.
You don't get to the truth by only listening to people who agree with you. You don't know who someone is from their profile pic. You don't know how many burner accounts they have, because some of these people have a lot. You don't know what their issues are. You don't know who they're trying to coerce behind the scenes. And the comments section is not a safe space. It's probably about 50% of the internet interaction is done by fake accounts. So when there are real people around, just know they're for real. And on that note, I wish everyone all the best. Love you, mean it. Peace out.